Lord Banks FX. Lord Banks FX welcomes you to this live stream of live Forex trading. A whole 3 hours of news.
We begin with that wild ride on Wall Street.
You're seeing new record highs on the S&P and NASDAQ.
Interviews.
Some will make money, some will lose money, but that's just the way the markets always work.
Analysis. And live trades. So sit back, lock in, and load up your trading terminals. And let's get this rocket to blast off. Introducing your host, Lord Banks FX. Prepare for launch in 3, 2, 1.
Yo, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you guys can hear me loud and clear. See my screen. We are on YouTube and TikTok. TikTok, if you guys want to see the full screen and everything, go ahead and check out my YouTube channel, Lord Banks FX. I'm gonna go ahead and get this out the way. Lifeguard Zach, good morning. Tony Gold, what up, Banks? What up, what up? Mindset over matter. Morning, LB, morning. How we doing? How we doing? So, I wanted to go over this. This was the setup from yesterday for gold. Yesterday we took 2 L's on gold. Kept trying to buy it. And this just goes to show patience, man. Patience is everything. If we would have waited here for our setup. Now, it didn't actually play out here. The breakout was to the downside. But I wanted to show you the gold setup. See how we had this breakout here? It would have been right here. Stops would have been above here. And, I mean, we would have milked this thing. This thing would have been nice. About 130 pips there before it came back to actually break even. So, if I was patient enough and would have held, but this actually didn't happen until 4 a.m. So just to show you, the setup was still valid, just had to wait a little bit longer. The GJ trades were on a 5-minute pullback, looking for support, trying to push up because overall was bullish. Didn't happen. Actually melted down to the zone here. It's been consolidating a bit. So because we've had this push down, consolidation, we could have probably the pullback up to kind of correct this push down, unless it continues to break lower. But let's go ahead and do some analysis and get this thing going. Where is... Yeah, I'll go ahead and just delete all this. Actually, I'll just do this. Do top-down analysis. This is on the weekly. We got like a doji printing here. I mean, if you see this support being held right here, it's crazy. Like, it's just been consolidating basically. Not really wanting to break up higher than that or go lower than that. So she's kind of ranging, and honestly, it's not really a trade. Like, we don't want to trade in these conditions. So let's see what the daily looks like. Daily looks kind of undecisive, because look at this. mark this up for you guys. See, we got the higher high, and then we break structure here going with the new low, lower high, but then higher low, lower high. So it's kind of in limbo. Looks like it might want to be breaking out here soon. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's see. Something like that. Previous day candle was bullish. It is technically bullish engulfing, but I mean by like the smallest of margins. Look at that. If you look at the close of this, it was at 182.296, and the open of this was at 182.307. So we're talking about half a pip difference that the bullish candle is engulfing. So not too much, but definitely is. We did break the previous day low, broke the high. So it'll be interesting to see how this candle reacts here. If it's going to continue to the downside, maybe come find support down here, or pull back before continuation. It looks like it's already created a top wick, so we shall see. I'll probably be looking more to trade gold just because GJ doesn't look nice to trade. Looking at the 4 hour just to find my tops and bottoms. It's probably going to be similar to yesterday's tops and bottoms. Come down to the 1 hour. Yeah, that looks good to me. We do have some liquidity here, though. What the fuck? Oh my, come on now. Wait a second, hold on a second. This is not, that's why it's not on the 15 here. So really, I want this to be breaking above here. This line moves to here. Still decent trade. Why did you guys tell me I wasn't on the 15? That's funny. Okay. Now, for this particular strategy for London session, it's basically a breakout strategy. It's a breakout strategy with my rules. If you've heard of a breakout strategy before, it's fairly simple. You're looking for a breakout, looking for clear direction on the left side, price action, moving to the next level. Not necessarily zone to zone, because my zones above and below here is just determining kind of where I see price moving within for the session. And I'm leveraging pre-market and market open volume. I wanted to check this. Was it crossing up? Bar close. Okay, yeah. This is crossing down. Bar close. Yeah. Just okay. All that's right. Sending the chart out to the Telegram. Sent. Alright, guys. And gold. Let's look at gold. We'll do top down. Looking at the weekly, I mean, we're hella bullish. Hella bullish, hella bullish. We already got a wick to the downside, so maybe we continue to the upside. The what do I trade? Check. Nas, it's in demand. I'm trying to buy. Yeah, I'll check it here in a minute when I finish with gold analysis. See, we had a doji candle yesterday. I mean, it's still bullish. But maybe we're pulling back for a lower high. Let's look at the 4 hour. Brother, all of you are copy the OG Raja Banks breakouts. Every time I hear, I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're talking about, brother. 4 hour. Now I'm just gonna look for my tops and bottoms. Tops and bottoms. Go to the 1 hour. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that. this is gonna be. Let's see here. Don't like that. Don't like that. Don't like that. Don't like that. It's probably gonna have to be up here and see how much range we got. About 46. Not bad. That'll be to the upside, to the downside. Probably want to wait till under here. We got this nice range right there. Boom, boom, and boom. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Alright. Potential buy. Bar close. Boom. And this crossing down. Bar close. All right. Here is the gold setup. Okay. We got news at 3 a.m. Euro. And then good till 9 a.m. CAD sales. Alright. So let's go here. Bet think you'll be no problem. Play dumb, but you know very well what I mean. You lose most of your trades, so I can care less. What? What? I'm lost. I don't know what you're talking about. So you're telling me, bro, I've been trading this strategy. Like, the breakout strategy is not new, right? Like, there's tons of people that'll trade a breakout strategy, but it could be very, like, different ways of doing so. First of all, I'm not claiming to invent breakout. I trade it my own way, with my rules, and I've been doing so. I've been trading since 2014, but the breakout strategy itself probably late 2016, early 2017. And I found a lot of success with it. That's like one of the first things that I found a lot of success with is the breakout strategy. So I don't know what you're talking about. And if I lose all of my trades, I don't know why you're here. Like, you know, I don't know what to tell you, man. Who hurt you? But I don't know. I guess maybe you're coming on here to try to trigger something or get your 5 seconds of fame to comment on somebody else's stream. But all good, man. I'm not concerned. When I see you removed your messages, I guess you yeah, he just comes on to talk shit, I guess. I don't know. It's all good, man. Come talk shit or come support. Either way, I'm still winning. Let's look at the trade. What did you say? NAS 100? What up, CJ? You know, last year Q4, yeah, Q4 we didn't because of the way the market was moving. Yeah, I'm not worried about him. But we can look at, this is the New Zealand dollar, the NZD USD trade. Like, that's it out. I had to close out in a little bit of profit, and it pushed back up during Asian session, but I still feel pretty confident about this. It's rejecting the zone nicely. I want to see this more, push more to the downside. NAS 100, where the frick is NAS? Okay, it's right here. Are you scalping this or swinging it? I'll just do some top down real quick. Okay, looks a little bearish here on the weekly. Created new lows, no wick. Currently bullish. Daily is bearish. There's some support here. Maybe a double bottom. Looking at the 4 hour. 4 hour looks like, I mean, it's bearish, but we're like testing the market to see a market shift here. So we have low, high, higher low, fails to make a higher high, makes a lower low, so it's bearish. Right, so weekly bearish, daily bearish, 4 hour bearish, right? And if you're looking at swinging this, you're in a buy right now, 14,670, and trying to 14,670 to 760. Oh, that's not a bad, I mean, if you are, it's a pullback right here, right? Because we got daily support here, even here. We got resistance here. We got yesterday's high here. Yesterday's low is here. Looking at the 4 hour, it looks like it's already pulled back. I mean, that doesn't sound like a bad trade. I would just be careful with this area here, and I'd probably move this up a little bit more here. Yeah, you're going right to that level, so you should be fine. Because I was gonna say, if it pulls up here, watch for how it's going to react in this area for rejection, because if it is bearish, it will come down. But if your target's right there, I mean, shit, you're just going to come up, take it, and then it's probably going to roll over. So it does look good. You're probably intraday trading this, or what? Going to hold it for the session for New York? Or just for London? The only thing is I don't see any entry for the bullish like confirmation yet. Like 1 hour, I don't see the entry. 30 minute, I don't see an entry. 15 minute, maybe if this is bullish engulfing candle and you were to enter here, and then your stops, I mean, I'd probably be putting my stops under here, but that wouldn't be a 1-to-1 ratio. Honestly, I'd probably wait. What the fuck? Hold on a second. Yo, my bad. Dude, it sounded like there was somebody fucking yelling in the back. That was crazy. I don't know what the hell that was. Anyways. Yeah. Like I was saying, what I would look for more is you need to see that market shift happen. Right? Where you get that push back up. Because right now it's just coming down. I don't see a market shift from the 15, 30 hour. Like, it's hard for me to be like, oh yeah, that would be a good spot to get in. I don't see it, at least. I don't know what your confirmations was. But because the thing is you would need to see where to put your stops. Like, you can't just get in to get in. Right now, in the 4 hours moving down. The 1 hour is still moving down, even though this candle is bullish. Maybe what, the 5 minute? No. I mean, you broke this here, this high, but you haven't created the lower high. So maybe wait for that before I'd get in. Anyways, where were we? I think the markets hurt him. Yeah, that's funny. Here come 1984. It's going, Lord Banks. Made a lot of money from you. Nice. Well, welcome back, brother. Do you pay attention to the dollar index as well for better confluence, considering it does opposite for gold? Not really, man. I like to analyze pair on an individual basis, but I do understand the correlation between the two. But I rarely look at it to be paying attention to that. I like to just analyze pairs individually, and that way I don't have any bias, right? Like I don't like to say, oh, it's got to go up because this is going down, right? Because that's how I've done that in the past and I've lost. So I just rather not. I'm gonna hold 2 entries, but getting out before Powell dumbass talks. Yeah, that you gotta be careful with the indices with them. 5 and 15 minute demand for a scalp to swing type play. Okay, yeah, like an intraday play. My bad, didn't mean to type that in caps. No, you're good. Yeah, if you're looking for the intraday play, it looks solid, but I just would probably ask, what are your confirmations for entry? I probably wouldn't get in just yet, but I'd probably be waiting for market structure to shift into bullish structure. If I was to trade that. I don't really trade NAS 100. I used to have like swings on them, but I like to stick to US 30, gold, and GJ. GJ fucked me yesterday though hard, man. 2 L's. We made it up in New York though. New York. We had a nice little play here. For New York, this ended up going, was it about 110 points. So this was like a 2-minute play. We got in here, hit TP1 here, took partials, adjusted stops to break even. I ended up closing around here, came back to break even, but it did go up a little bit further. It's crazy how these zones that I have marked up like came up, pushed back down, and look, Came all the way back down, tapped the trend line, back up. It's wild. But anyways, we had a nice little win on that. And then on NZD USD, I took profits because Hugo's Way, I don't know what the hell their problem is. Well, I do know they're switching to a new CRM. So they basically, you can't take any trades right now with Hugo's Way. So I'm not going to be actually taking a live trade today because I don't have, like I was using Hugo's Way. Oh, I could probably take it on. I've been testing out Hanko trade, but I think I just have a couple $1,000s in there. It's not my normal account. But I'll probably be switching soon. I am fully to crypto. Nice. How long have you been trading Forex, bro? Just curious how long you lasted before you made your decision to switch. A year and a half. I think for the first 2 years I started trading, I was losing. Yo, Hanko, yes, best broker, just unregulated. Yeah, but I'm in the US, so I took loss on GJ. Was very mad. Yeah. You can't be mad about a loss, man. That's part of the game, you know. Like, if you're gonna be very mad about a loss, either you over leveraged and the loss affected you because you were over leveraged, or you're not used to this game and it may not be for you, you know, because you're gonna lose. It's gonna happen. You're gonna lose some trades. That's the whole point of risk management, right? Like, risk management exists because you will lose some trades. Hands down, like, that's just gonna happen. There's no stopping that. I mean, I wish I could win 100% of the time, but it just doesn't work like that. I mean, you can go on win streaks, right? I mean, I've gone on plenty of win streaks. Well, sooner or later, you will take an L. And I think that, like, practicing that, like, I wouldn't say, hey, go practice losing, right? But practice being able to manage yourself, your self-discipline, your emotions, the way you react to a loss. It's gonna help you entirely, because at the end of the day, when you're playing this game, this is a game between you and your emotions, you and yourself. You know, you end up being a trader. You've come to find out so much about yourself more than anything. It's like a journey to self-discovery, baby. I'm telling you. And it may sound like weird or whatever. Like, it is completely, like, you wouldn't think, right? Like, I'm telling you, like, we're coming here. We want to be great traders. We want to build up the skill set to be a great trader. But becoming a great trader is literally mastering yourself. And what I mean by that is you're mastering your emotions, because your emotions, whether you like it or not, there's a monetary thing tied to this, and that is going to have emotional triggers whether you like it or not. When you get to a point that you can detach yourself from that and focus on the skill, focus on what's in front of you in the screen, these candlesticks, and what you're actually doing, you're going to be a lot more successful. Because here's what happens with emotions. Number one, for example, take an L. You get upset, what happens? You may want a revenge trade. You try to jump back in, or you take a deeper position, or you remove your stop loss, you marry a trade, you do all these things. Those things lead to unnecessary losses, right? What does somebody that has their emotions in control do? They take the L, take the smack in the face, and just come back to the charts, reanalyze, regroup, follow the rules, continue to move forward. Like, that's just the game. You have to play it that way, because if you don't, the other stuff sets in. You start taking those unnecessary losses. And the thing is what a lot of people don't understand as well is it works the same for when you win. Like, when I win, I'm not like overly excited. I'm like, it's an expectation. It's like what I'm looking to do. It's my, like, I performed well, right? My skill set came through. So I'm not jumping up and down. Like, I see videos on like TikTok and Instagram all the time where people are like yelling and like screaming and, oh my God, like, and I'm like, bro, you act like you've never made $1,000 before, $10,000 before. Like, a real trader's made that money before, and it's just another fucking day. Because just as much as I can make, I've made $100,000 in a day. But just as well as you've made that, you can lose that. You know what I'm saying? So like, you got to keep yourself status quo no matter what. Stay level-headed. Because if you allow the excitement to come in and a win, you're going to allow the sadness and the frustration and the anger to seep in when it's a loss. And if you can't get that under control, you got a long road ahead of you. You know? Yeah, Hugo's way is migrating CRMs. They're not allowing you to trade today or tomorrow. It should be good on the 27th. Like, I had to close out of my NZD USD trade. I'm not live trading right now. I'm trying to log into my Hugo's or to my Henko trade, because I was testing that broker to see if I can at least trade that live. But either way, I mean, I'm going to trade here on TradingView, and I'll give you guys a setup so you guys can have. I didn't want to use Hugo's Way's like issues as an excuse not to come live, so that's why I'm here. So you're welcome. Because I could have just been like, hey guys, Hugo's Way's not letting me trade, so I'm not going to go live. But I didn't want to do that, because then CJ be all over my ass like, he's not going live. CJ said you should get some cucumber and mint juice, bro. It fixes everything. Shit, I needed to hear that. It'll be for real. Happened to me today, and Naz was married to the trade for it to go my way after it hit my markup. Yeah, 100%, man. Like, you got to keep yourself in check, bro. Like, becoming a great fucking trader is figuring yourself out, because you're not, like, what you're trading against is your own mind. Because if you're in a mindset of desperation of, I need to make all this money, I need to win all this money, then you start looking at the chart and seeing shit that's not there. You start trading outside of your rules, before your session, pairs that you're not used to, and all of those things are unnecessary risk factors that are added in that end up increasing your chances of loss. You got to think about this as like a science experiment, right? There's a control, there's the variable, and then there's the environment, right? The theory of what you're trying to prove, okay? If you look at the pieces of the puzzle, the pieces of the puzzle is the market and yourself, okay? To prove whether it's going to go up or down. Now, what out of that can you control? You or the market? You can't control the market. So by de facto, the market is the variable. You're the control. You have to control yourself as much as possible. And we do that by having a risk management, having a trading plan, following our rules, being disciplined, doing the same things over and over and over. And it ends up getting boring. It does. Because it's just repetitive shit that you're just doing over and over and over and over. Now you're making money, right? But the thing is like it's not going to change. Like the more success you find it because you keep doing the same shit. Like it's just very simple. That simple. Like you have to understand the mechanics of it and understand what you're doing, and that's how you scale, and that's how you measure, and that's how you improve, you know. Facts, bro. Trading is 90% psychology, 10% skill set. That, bro, 100%, man. Like this. The thing is, that's why I like praise the book Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas so much, because it's that it has nothing to do with the actual like act of trading. It's not that. It's a mind game, like 100%. And if you're not ready to play that, if you are getting mad over a loss, this game ain't for you, brother. Like, cause trust me, you're gonna have a couple of those. Like, how many times can you get lost? You're gonna give yourself a heart attack. You know, like you don't want to be that person. You gotta be calm, cool, collected. This is still trying to get my emotions in check at 22 years old. Super frustrating, but I've seen great days in trading. Sadly, more losses, but I know the trust process. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, losses can be wins. You like I don't like to call them L's. I like to call them lessons. You know, and if you take enough of them, like I give them to you guys for free. But if you guys want to take the same lessons, take the same lessons, pay for them yourself, and then you'll figure it out. You know, I have no problem with that. But I'm going to share with you my lesson that I've learned. Like, because sometimes you guys ask me, oh, well, why don't you do this and why don't you do that? Because I've lost doing that before. So I don't do that anymore. That was my lesson. I paid for that lesson already. I don't want to do it again. You know, you start figuring that shit out. Uh-oh, this guy, what is he talking about? Y'all wild, y'all wild, y'all wild. But anyways, you know, it is what it is. We keep plugging away. Pablo, stop. What are you doing? Anyways. I wonder what happened with. Sheesh. Oh shit. It's crazy though, bro. Once you really start doing the same thing every day, I've had seen how market structure moves or overall analyzing the market. It all really is the same shit. Like no matter. Yeah, man. That's like when you, like I've talked about this many times. Is even if you're not gonna trade, it is a good habit to show up your session, your pairs, and do the same thing like on a routine type of thing, because you begin to notice things in the market. You begin to notice how it moves. Like it's just, you have to see that first, and then you get to, oh, okay, realize what's happening and see that it's happening over and over and over. And I think that's the easiest way for people to start developing their own strategies and trading a way that fits them the best, right? Because that's the misconception people have, is that they think that there's a certain way to do, like there's a magic strategy that's going to win everything for them. And that's not it. The strategies work because it fits the person. Do you understand that? Like the reason strategies work, and not all strategies work for everybody, is because the strategy fits the person's unique characteristics and personality. That's why it works. Not because, oh, this strategy works for the market. No. The strategy works for the person, right? And you're not going to know that until you know, you're like jumping in, day out, and recognizing what it is. Any tips to control your emotion in trading or in a loss, LB? You need to stop looking at the money, bro. Stop focusing on the money. Start just focusing on the charts. Start focusing on the candlesticks, on whether you're right or wrong. Not, oh, how much money did I make and how much money did I lose? Stop looking at that. If you stop looking at that, it's inevitable. That is the byproduct, right? You got to look at, just focus on the skill. The money will come. And the reason emotions are coming into it is because you're focused on the money. You're trying so hard to make money, and you're not good. Like you never get what you want by chasing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever heard that, I don't chase, I attract? It's the same shit. Stop chasing money, start attracting it. Just focus on the charts, focus on the skill, get better at that. Just show up every day to get better, and that's your goal, is to get better, incrementally better at every aspect of trading. And when you hit a roadblock on one, focus on something else. If it's your psychology, focus on your analysis or your markups or your routine, your discipline, your emotions. Like you can choose different things to focus on, right? And that'll help you, continuously scale and improve. What pair you're looking at? It moves, unless I'm tripping. The yellow dotted lines are just where I mark up for potential areas of breakout. So I'm looking for price to move above or below that area for me to trigger trade based on my strategy, based on what I'm trading here. We shall see. Do. Thanks for clarifying that for me, bro. Shows I'm actually being patient and learning. Yeah, man. Like, I think that one of the biggest issues people have that hinder them from becoming profitable and becoming great traders is that they're impatient. Like, everybody wants to jump into this game and become a millionaire yesterday. Like, that's not the way it works. Like, just with anything, you don't jump in and you're all of a sudden a fucking superstar day one. Like, you may think that, and trust me, I had the same feeling. Like, I jumped in, I thought I was going to be awesome. I'm just naturally good at things. And, like, the market will humble you real quick, you know? It may give you the false impression or false hope of that, but it will find a way to humble you and smack you in the face. And the only difference is if you can't take smacks in the face, then maybe this game ain't for you, because that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Like, have you ever seen, like, you know, those like inspirational videos or whatever, and maybe there's like a kid trying to learn how to skateboard or fucking ride a bike or something, and he keeps falling and falling and falling and falling and falling and falling until he finally like gets to the point where he's like, oh, he's riding, and then he's like going super fast and like doing tricks and stuff, but he had to do all the falls first. Like, that is the same thing, bro. That's gonna happen here, and there's no avoiding that. It's just, come on, take it on. Once you accept that fact, you'll feel a lot more comfortable about when you find yourself in obstacles, in positions where you're falling or taking smacks to the face. Those are the L's that you're taking, but don't take them as negative. Take them as learning experiences. Like, because when you go back and review your trading journal, you're gonna be like, okay, why did I take this? What can I do to prevent it? Is it preventable? How can I mitigate that risk? Right? You want to become methodical with it. Like, analyze your shit to see where you can improve. And once you become that fucking obsessed with this, you're gonna see that improvement, because you start weeding out reasons. Okay, I'm not going to trade NFP. CPI data is coming out. I'm not going to trade that. You know what? London's not for me. I'm only going to trade New York session. You know what? I can't fucking trade indices. I'm going to stick with Euro USD. Euro USD has been nice to me. I'm going to keep moving with that. I like the way it's flowing. My analysis is good. Oh, you know what? My analysis was off, and that's why I took a loss. I need to get better at doing chart markups. You know what I'm saying? Like, you start picking, you start dissecting your own shit, and then you figure out why you're not a good fucking trader, and you start getting better at those little things, you know? Like, it's to me, it seems very common sense for you to be able to do that, but I understand, like, people come into this world under a delusion that I can give you a step-by-step and you can follow this, and all of a sudden you're going to be a great trader. And it's not necessarily that. Like, I can give you strategies that are good for me and work for me, and you guys can follow along and take trades along with me and make some profits. But the thing is that doesn't fucking do you any good at all if you can't figure out how to do it for yourself. Do you understand that? Like that is the whole thing. The whole thing is that you cannot like live off that, because if I stop streaming, or if I stop sending out to the Telegram, you're fucked. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna keep doing my same thing, but what are you going to be doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to figure out how to feed yourself. And what I'm giving you, the tools that I'm telling you, the things that I'm talking about, those are the mechanics. Those are the things, the tangible things that you do and can do to become self-sufficient. That is the whole thing here, right? But, you know, some of you guys, like, some people want it easier than that. Some people don't want, like, some people don't know how to work hard for things. Some people, like, never worked hard for anything in their life, you know? And I'm not saying it's you or you guys on here, but I'm telling you that this is not it's not an easy thing, but it's simple. It is a simple thing. You can do this. It can be done, but you have to be willing to commit. Okay, you have to be willing to say, you know what, I'm going to figure this out no matter what. No matter what, no matter how many times I get smacked in the face, no matter how many times I, take an L or get off track, go off my routine, forget to journal a trade, like, you gotta continue to get better. And no matter how far you stray, if you want this to be a thing, you have to come back. You have to come back. You will come back. And trust me, like, when I started trading, guys, like, I started trading back in 2014, and it was like, I was like super excited about it, and I wanted this to be my thing. And I had friends in my circle that saw me excited about this, and they started to, become interested, and they came around, and nobody stuck it out. Like, I remember at one point, it was like a group of 10 close friends that we were like, they would come over, or I would go over, we would meet up, and we would, like, work at this thing. And right now, at this point where we are, like, I'm still friends with all of these people, but they don't do what I do. And they're off doing other things, and it's okay. It's fine. It's not for everybody. But I'm here, and I'm where I am now. And like, a lot of those friends, they're like, man, I'm super proud of, like, how committed you are, and like how far you've come, or how far you've been able to take this, because it's been a fucking journey, and like, I'm not saying, like, I still feel like I have a lot of room to grow, and I still want to be continuously improving. But yes, it's like that. Like, not everybody, even people in this stream right now, like, maybe you won't be here in the next stream, maybe you won't be here next week. Like, I've only been streaming for a few years, but I've been trading since 2014. It's going to be 10 years next year. A decade, bro. Like, that's how much commitment I've had into this, Are you willing to put that in? Are you willing to commit to that? Like, you got to ask yourself these things. Like, if you're here to think that you can take some money and flip it one time and then jump out, get out, and be done, you're probably not going to make it. Like, this isn't the fucking lottery, bro. You can go play the lotto or go gamble if you want to do that, but this isn't how, at least to be consistent and profitable, it's not how you're going to get it done. Hopefully that gives you guys a little bit more insight. Helps you out a bit. Anyways, how was everybody's Tuesday? Sorry, I was on a little bit of a rant there, but sometimes I feel like things gotta be said, Just happens to be like that. And I don't often, like, go on tangents or rants and stuff, because, like, I feel like I'm not your I'm not here telling you what to do, bro. Like, I'm honestly just here trading in the hopes of the right people find me, my crowd finds me, and we can trade together and grow together, and like, you guys find your way by being around the community I want to build, and that's it. Like, I'm not trying to be that person to tell you what the fuck to do and shit, like but I will definitely share with you guys what I've been through, and what I still go through, and everything that I do to be better. and to improve, because that's the name of the game, man. You're always going to be working to improve. Self-improvement is an everlasting game. Like, it's never going to stop. You're never going to get to that point where it's like, all right, I'm good, I'm done. Like, you're always working at something, trying to get better at something. Made it stop. Super good being here with you. Appreciate it, brother. What up, Tony? I appreciate you, brother. It's just sad to always see our closest friends and family down us when it comes to learning this. Yeah, man, but it's not like, to me, honestly, like, I've already known that fact. You know, whenever I started my first business, before I started my first business, this was probably back in like 2012, 2013, I had organized, like, me and like a close group of friends, what I used to call them power meetings. We used to have meetings every Monday, every 2 weeks, like every other Monday. And the purpose of the power meetings was to hold each other accountable for goals we're trying to achieve. You know, everybody was trying to do something different, right? And like, at the beginning, you know, we didn't know how things were going to happen. We just know what we wanted to do. And we would brainstorm as a team, as a group, collectively, you know, what we thought the other should do to attain that, and actionable tasks that they could take to achieve it, right? And so what's crazy is, in that group, you know, there was a guy that wanted to be an artist. You know, he wanted to do commissions and like murals and stuff. And there was a guy that wanted to be an author, and there was a guy that wanted to like train D1 scholar athletes and stuff in sports, and specifically soccer. And there was another guy that wanted to play professional golf. And so, like, everyone had their dream, right? And we would get together and hold each other accountable. And what's crazy is, like, right now, all of those people, they're doing those things. That's fucking wild. Like being able to come together as like people collectively and grow exponentially, because you understand, growth comes from perspective, right? And when it's just you have your own perspective. But when you have perspective of others and yours, that's exponential growth. So you cut your learning time. And I think that's why I like streaming and being like having a community and stuff, because I think it helps. Because honestly, sometimes you guys come to me with questions that for me it's like I don't think twice about, but it's your perspective, and it's a question that I wouldn't have thought of, and now I do. And so I see things from a different perspective, right? And the reason, you know, I say this is like, everyone's going to have their own path. Obviously, yeah, you can choose what you want and go down that path. But just because someone doubts yours doesn't mean it's any less valuable than someone else's dreams, you know? Like, it's up to you on how much value you put into that, right? For me, for example, I had friends that fell off from trading because they couldn't keep taking the punishment of, it didn't work out, we took an L, the ups and downs, the figuring shit out, the, you know, breaking everything down, being methodical. Like, they just weren't up for that task. And it's okay, because they went off to do other things. That doesn't make them any less of a friend or any less valuable in what they're doing. But I knew for me, I wanted to do this. I wanted it to make a thing. So I was going to stick it out regardless. And here I am. And as far as like family, like when I first started my first company, my dad told me not to do it. And he owns, like, he worked for himself, like he had his own businesses growing up, like he was doing his own thing. And so like him telling me not to, I was kind of like, wow, like I can't believe you're telling me not to do this. You know, like I thought I was like following in his footsteps, you know, creating my own business, working for myself. And he was like, you know, take the guaranteed paycheck, you know. And I was like, why? Like, I don't understand. Like, and I was like, okay. I just told him, okay. I was like, all right, sounds good. Like, thanks, you know, for your advice or whatever. And I walked out of there that day thinking to myself, like, there's no fucking way I'm not going to do this. Like, because up until that point, I had got everything that I had gotten and I had achieved was because I went against the flow. I went and did the things that everybody told me not to, right? Not in a sense of like, you know, bad things or whatever, but just like striving to achieve things, putting myself out there, being a person like that is intentionally moving to achieve dreams and goals and plans, you know? So I had found myself finding success by kind of gathering the opinions of people around me and then just doing the complete opposite, you know, going against the flow. So when my dad told me not to do it, that was my sign, my like certain sign to do it. And it was funny because the first time I was able to take him and my whole family on vacation, I reminded him of that moment and I said, you know, you remember when you told me I shouldn't do this? And here we are now, sitting in a beautiful resort with the whole family, and something that I was able to accomplish. It was like something that I was able to, you know, check off my bucket list that I always wanted to take my family on vacation. And being able to do so was, you know, a blessing to me and to my family. And, you know, since then I've been able to, you know, I spoil the hell out of my family. So I feel good about that. You know, I feel good being able to do that. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't have, you know, the tenacity that I have. And so I don't think like, I wouldn't hold it against your friends if they don't believe in you, because the thing is, it's your vision, not theirs, you know. you gotta be so sold on yourself that even when people are doubting you, you don't feel that, or you don't see that, or you don't hear that, or you're not like, it's not a thing for you, you know. If that makes sense. Yeah, I feel like we all traders go through that. It's crazy. 100%. Wow, that's probably two of my friends and I also come together once a week as well to do this. And this that you are saying is just a confirmation that we do is on the right path. Thanks, LB. Good morning. Good morning. Any active trades? Not yet, brother. We are waiting. Gold might be breaking out to the downside. GJ is kind of just hanging out in the middle. Yeah, 100%, man. Like, honestly, the way I think about it is like, like the way I think about it is, if you don't like do these things for yourself, like nobody's gonna be in your corner more than you. Do you get that? Like I don't know if how better I can explain that, but nobody's gonna have your back better than yourself. Okay, so you better fucking nut the fuck up and go after what you want right now. You know what I'm saying? There's you shouldn't be waiting around. Like you gotta go get it, and you gotta have the confidence in yourself that know that It may not fucking be a grand slam and a home run in the first try of whatever it is you want to do. And that's okay. But you got to have the confidence that you're going to get back up and you're going to keep going. Because that's the only thing that's going to keep pushing you to that next level. Because this whole life is about running into ceilings and running into obstacles. And if you're not okay with running into that and then finding yourself in a position to keep pushing forward, well, you're going to have a tough time. You know? And it's crazy because, I mean, we live in a society now that it's like, you know, everything is given, and there's like, it's hard for people to understand real hard work. You know what I'm saying? Like having to fucking push and grind and like suffer through things and like just be doubted and fucking have to find your way. And because not a lot of people are ambitious, you know what I'm saying? There's people right now, kid you not, that are waking up and just, you know, got their first job or something like that, and they're 100% satisfied, and or someone at their current job that is, they're, you know, getting ready to go to work and they're 100% happy with that. But if you feel within yourself that you're meant for maybe just a little bit more, don't sleep on it, bro. Just fucking wake that beast up, get up and go do the damn thing. Like, because the more you ponder on if you can, the more time you're gonna waste. And that right there, bro, that is the only most valuable thing that you'll ever come across. Time. Do you understand that? Because time is the highest valued commodity ever. When you spend it, you don't get it back. I can go spend thousands of dollars and I can make it back. Time, you don't get it back. And you don't know how much you get. Point blank. It's the most expensive commodity. Time. Highest valued thing. Time. So if you feel like you're meant for a little bit more than the average, which you are, you should feel like that. If you have dreams of, you know, bigger, better things, it's probably because you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people wake up and they don't have those dreams or aspirations or, you know, wants and desires and stuff, and that's okay. But if you do have that, you need to stop fucking around. You need to get down to what you need to get to and, you know, chase what you're passionate about and make it happen for yourself. Your dad say that was MB's son. That was my son. Yeah, I mean, my dad was super happy. Like, you know, he told me like he never thought he'd see the day that, you know, one of his sons would be in a position to be able to do that. Because like I took my whole family, like my parents, my siblings, you know, and like it was a whole family event. And since then, I mean, that was like the first time I took them on vacation. After then, like I taken them on vacation like every summer. Even one summer I took them on a month-long vacation, and we went to like a couple of different countries and a couple of different spots that we had an amazing time. But yeah, man, I mean, it was just things that I always wanted to do, you know, like, and that I was able to accomplish. And even then, like, I mean, I'm like, I think about that, and I think about that I've been able to do that, and I still want and know I can do a lot more, you know. Like I'm always trying to top myself in what I've been able to accomplish, you know. Like I feel I'm capable, and it's the fight in me, the I don't know what it is in me, you know. You've seen that meme that's like, I don't know what it is in me, but it's like, I'm glad I have it. Like it that's me. You know, and I'm not saying like that's me, like exclusive to me, because I know some of you guys are the same way. If you weren't, you wouldn't be here. You know, it's just what it is. But you know, if you needed a sign, like, you can use this as your sign. Like, yeah, 100%. You're not the only one. Trust me. Yeah, no active trades. Still pending. Thank you, bro. You're welcome, brother. We are waiting. Oh, man. I don't even know how we got on that topic of that. But just a little bit more of me. Yeah, what's this looking like? Oh, she's finally coming back down. You see that? If you guys are still in this trade, she's looking nice. This was news that popped it up, but it kept the market structure, which is nice. Ideally, you'd be getting a lower than this. I'm not in this trade anymore, but if you are, you know. This shit should be going. This is a trade I sent out to VIP, but I also shared it with the free Telegram. It was the freebie of the week. Uh-oh. Look, gold is moving down. We got about 4 minutes left on this candle. 4 minutes left on this candle. I'll be right back, guys. I'm back. Big. Are you more of a scalper, bro? No. Well, London, I'm scalping. New York, I'm also scalping, but I also do, at the beginning of the week, I go through my watch list to set up swings. So, like, I actively trade. I usually don't trade London session anymore. Like, I just get on because some of you guys have reached out to me, and because New York, I usually just scalp US 30 because it's just my favorite and I like it, and I like scalping the indice. But some of you guys, some of the guys in the VIP and some of the guys that follow me have smaller accounts and they can't trade US 30, so they don't like to trade New York. So sometimes when my schedule allows, like, I add in London sessions. I used to trade London like religiously, like all the time, but I much more enjoy New York session than London. So, and two, like, London is like, it's 4:28 a.m. right now. It's like the middle of the night for me. New York session, it's like early in the morning. Today or yesterday's session took me 2 minutes to hit TP1 and I was done. So we got gold breaking to the downside. We're gonna get ready for sells, guys. Just be aware. We got about 40 seconds here. It's gonna be about a 40 pip stop, which is okay because we got room to run here. $20 seconds. Stops are above the previous wick. Guys. We got about 8 seconds here. 8 seconds. Alright, taking the sell, guys. Take the sell right here at the close of this candle. Yes, I know. Turn these off. Turn this off. Alright. I'll write this out for you guys. It actually ends up being about 40. I'm gonna go ahead and do 42. 42 pips. TP1 will be 1-to-1 right here. TP1. Do TP2 right here. TP2, okay. All right. Can you guys see all the numbers? That's the trade right there, guys. You can still get in and draw down like 4 pips. Quick TP during New York because lots of news. Yeah, not always, but yeah, sometimes. One time we were on New York for like 5 hours. We ended up taking 3 positions, and they all hit TP. How you have noticed London usually sets up New York to continue the push. Yeah. Sometimes London just be playing around, man, like moving slow. Yeah, I'm not personally taking this trade, guys, just because, I mean, it is at a sell, but because of the whole broker thing with Hugo's Way. Like, they're not letting me take any trades, and I haven't been able to get into my Henko trade account. But if this thing lets me in... the fuck? Oh my god. What happened here? We are in sales on gold, guys. Sales on gold here. Currently down like 13 pips. Trade information is on the screen. It looks like she's like retesting here. Retesting the broken level. Yeah, the 3 a.m. news though is euro. I don't think that's gonna affect gold very much. Oh shit. thing is pushing up. She's down 23 pips. This is what I was looking at. Just trying to look at a setup that is coming into play for VIP. Just coming back down a bit. Yeah, I don't like that it closed back in the range. So depending on how this candle closes, I might close out or reduce my risk. Because this candle here closed back up in the range. So I want to see some bearish movement. Oh look, GJ broke. This would have been I probably would have done 15. GJ doesn't look bad. It's kind of like at entry right now if you guys want to take that one as well. It broke out to the downside. It's like half a pip in profit. Was at entry right now. If you guys want to take that 15 pip stop on GJ. GJ looking solid. Gold looks like it's gonna hit stops. She's very close, very, very close. Yeah, she's going for stops. Just coming back down. GJ's coming down too. Come on, baby. I'm gonna write out the numbers for this. What was it? 264. 2P1's about to get hit. Four. Gold playing around, man. GJ's playing nice today. And gold's about to hit stops. GJ's close to TP1. Oof. Stops hit. Stops hit on gold. God.
Hey guys, Rabbi Jory here. Someone sent me this video of a gentleman making a cup of coffee. Might be a cappuccino. Looks like a nice design. Hey guys, Rabbi Jory here. At the level of one trade, anything can happen. Anything. It only takes one agent somewhere in the world to totally stuff your position. Remember vividly, Tom and I were trading online a lifetime ago. Again when Skype was new, and we were talking online. I went into an oil position, and within a few minutes, half an hour, I was up £5,000 in that position. It was good money. This is nearly 20 years ago. I was feeling so flush. I went out to the kitchen and I brewed up a big pot of tea, Earl Grey. And I threw all those Presbyterian principles away. I put in an extra tea bag. All right. I was feeling really flush. I came back. My £5,000 was gone, and my £1,500 stop loss was gone. I hadn't brought the stop loss up. Some idiot had blown up a pipeline in Nigeria. Until you can predict an idiot who's about to blow up a pipeline, you don't know what's going to happen next, folks. You really don't. Someone else. Proof we are all being played. I get up at 4:45 in the morning and I don't see a sign of the government anywhere. Every single day for 8.5 hours I exchange my time for labor. I don't see the government anywhere, except for on Thursdays. Thursdays I get my paycheck. That's when the government shows up. That's when they feel they are entitled to split half of the currency I made for trading my time, my skills, my labor. This goes on throughout the year, where I'm responsible to keep records of all of this. At the end of the year, it's my responsibility to prepare all that documentation for them to review it. They then determine if their cut was large enough. If I don't meet their schedule, I face fines, fees, or the threat of being locked up in one of their cells. I guess some people call this taxation, but it doesn't meet my definition. To me, that sounds a lot more like fraud, embezzlement, and fucking slavery. I think it's long past due that we all stop participating in this. Proof we are all being played. I get up at 4:45 in the morning and I don't see a sign of the government anywhere.
Thank you for the live. You're welcome, welcome. Still in this position for GJ. She's still kind of playing around. I do think she's gonna come down though. Just gotta give it a little time. Gold stopped us out. She continued up. Wasn't our day for gold.
tienes tú por tener todo lo que...
If you ain't in Mexico, then where the fuck you at? 'Cause we outside.
I'm at fucking work. Stupid dumb fuck.
If you have a message for you, sit out for that game.
Hey, just remember that we can't turn on a shower or a water faucet without people in Dallas flushing our toilets.
Do you have a message for you, sit out for that game.
Hey, just remember that we can't turn on a shower or a water faucet without people in Dallas flushing our toilets.
I'm here in Guatemala where the national... No, I don't worry. I tell you, I'm a man who believes that I died 20 years ago. And I live like a man who is dead already. I have no fear whatsoever of anybody or anything. No, I don't.
Especially in trading, you are in this playground, if you will, where there are no rules, unlimited potential. You decide how hard you want to work, when you want to work, and so it just gives you this ultimate freedom and flexibility, and the fact that you can just make money literally wherever. Like, I could decide to hop on a plane tomorrow and travel across the world, and I can still do my job and make money. And I don't know any other job that quite literally offers that much freedom and flexibility as trading does, especially in trading.
Cause I got my 20 years old, but... Trading is the hardest business in the world. Only 5% win. Long time to overcome the learning curve. Emotional pain, losses, failures, early mornings, late nights, stress. Trading is not for everyone. Trading is the... Alright. The man them pay consider a 5-star hotel smoking cigarette mixing Cody. Muéstrame por culpa de quién no puedes viajar sin preocupaciones. Muéstrame por culpa de quién no puedes viajar sin preocupaciones. Muéstrame por culpa de quién no puedes viajar sin... How it is... If I say I miss you, and you say I miss... The way to really accelerate profits was to add to winners. I have a guy in South Africa who's tried this, and he actually plays it the same way as you would play roulette. In other words, if he takes a trade, he scalps it. He gets in, he makes 10 points, that's a win. He takes the money, and then the next time he gets in again, he goes in at double the size. Takes the money quick, gets in again, treble the size. So he doesn't let the position run and add to it, he takes his money along the way, for what it's worth. And that system still works to this day, way to really accept.
Okay guys, if we see a rejection there, if we're short half sized as mentioned, let's go. Gonna take a short here. 57, I make my first trade, it goes there. And then we'll see 59.
Damn. Holy shit. Fucking moose?
Trading overextended markets is probably the easiest money any trader can make. Let's look at sugar.
Hey guys, this is one of my favorite Temu products, and I know that.
Come on, GJ.
I'm going to test a strategy where if a stock went down 5% for the past week, I'm going to buy $5 of that stock. And if a different stock went up 10% last week, I'm going to sell $10 of that stock. And I'm going to do that for every stock that's in my tradable universe simultaneously, which is how many? Which is over 4,000 stocks, or about 4,500 stocks. The strategy, which could only be successfully executed with a high-speed computer, would result in almost as many losing trades as winners, but over the past 8 years would have produced a tidy profit, something that Narang and other high-frequency traders have gotten used to. And how successful you've been? We've had 2 or 3 days in a row where we lose money, but we've never had a week so far where we lost. We've never had a month that was.
There we go. There we go. TP1 for GJ. Nice. Nice trade. Making up for that gold loss. Oh, here's the horns. So y'all can wake up. Y'all make sure you take partials, adjust your stops to break even, guys, and let this run. Took us long enough, right?
Frequency 10. People are undercapitalized. They're trading with a few £100 or £1,000 in an account. If you're trying to make even 10% or 5% a month on that, it's boring because it's such a small amount of cash. And for a lot of people, they are undercapitalized. It's brilliant, exactly. And that's why they have to set more realistic expectations. Too many traders out there have unrealistic expectations. They think they're going to turn 100% a month in. I literally had someone email me just a month ago who had £10,000 in an account, and he wanted to make me making £10,000 a month as an income on that. It's just crazy.
long time to become the person who's willing to do it. All right, North Shore Gap, gotta make it because the boys aren't here to pick me up. Here you go. All right, North Shore Gap, gotta make it because the boys aren't here to pick me up. Here you go.
Lo bueno de estar conmigo es que yo nunca te voy a partir el corazón. La paciencia de pronto sí, pero el corazón
First off, we ain't doing this bodysuit thing right now, because gosh damn, please don't do that. It's 7 in the dang morning. That's number one. Number two, make me some damn breakfast, please, because I'm hungry and I want to eat it.
You golfed all day yesterday?
Okay?
So you make bus.
Yes, ma'am. Whatever you want. Where that? First off, your phone keeps buzzing.
Can you check it for me? I put the dishes away.
You want me to check your phone for you?
Yeah, my passcode's 3457.
We force a trade. We're actually putting our desire to make money ahead of our desire to follow our rules and do our job. Most importantly, we consistently use rules. Become easier each time, and they soon become a habit. And those habits are harder to break, and they help us achieve, right? Those habits. Ultra wealthy. I'm not talking about the millionaire next.
You know what I love? Oh my god. Sorry. I just love a good roast beef sandwich, especially Arby's. What I love? Oh my god. Sorry. I just love a good roast beef sandwich, especially Arby's. You know what I love? Oh my god. Sorry.
Mortgage interest rates have officially hit 8%. They have not been 8% since the year 2000. But let's take a look at 2000 to 2023 and what happened. Back in the year 2000. Apertura del mercado en Nasdaq, gráfico de un minuto.
The Olympic Games, Paris.
I haven't seen anybody talk about.
Ay, mijo, gracias. No sabes la falta que me hacía. Ahora sí, soy contenta.
Oh fuck. Alright guys, I'm about to hop off here in like a minute and a half, waiting for this candle to close. Runner's still running on this. Like I said, take partials, adjust your stops to break even. Don't get greedy. If you're my VIP, I'll be live for New York. If you're not, I'll be live for London tomorrow. I'm just waiting for this candle to close. I want to see how it closes. Nice. Alright guys, officially 4 o'clock. That is my time. Much love. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys mañana, if not in the morning for New York. Much love, much love. Peace.
Trading session in the books. Executing analysis, strategy, and discipline. Thank you for joining us for this live trading session with Lord Banks. Subscribe and turn on alerts so you don't miss the next Lord Banks live trading session.